VTR 4898 Crossroads, episode 4076, part 1 with sound up.
So many birds with one stone.
Hmm?
It's satisfying, Dave. It's like moving pieces of wood around a board.
You're sounding very smug.
If I don't pat myself on the back.
Nobody else will. I know what you mean.
One step at a time, that's the secret. Don't bulldoze them into anything.
I've known you do some damage in the past.
Oh, yes, I know, but things are different now. Subtlety. That's the answer. Vernon Daintrey's, though. That really does deserve a medal.
It's disgusting when you're smug.
Yes, but David, I've got them right there. An all-round deal. I have got the contract of servicing their laundry vans. And they've got the laundry of the motel.
And business rolls on. That's what I like to hear.
Well, you're happy, so I deserve to be smug, just for once. Come on.
Don't overdo it.
We're clinching it over dinner tonight.
That's very fitting.
Yeah, except with Vernon Daintrey, it's going to be pints of best bitter all round.
You've been keeping your eye on him, then?
Well, I take an interest in our customers. Call it observing, if you like. He's an interesting man in a vulgar sort of way.
Your Mr. Daintrey isn't the only one who's been under the microscope.
Really? Who else is being studied?
You?
Me? Whatever for?
I've been watching your handling of the share situation every inch of the way, Adam.
Well, that's understandable, being in each other's pockets.
I know what you're up to.
Well, I don't know what you mean by up to, David. I've been advising along the way.
I admire it, I must admit. The way you handle situations and people.
What are you getting at, David?
Purely particular. I just thought I'd mention it. Just to remind you, you're not the only one watching.
Just for the record, I love Jill, and I am her husband, and as such, I want to make sure that she gets the best deal.
Well, then things are working out very well for you, aren't they?
Yes, I would say so. It's what we call making the right move.
I see, yes. Well, I just wanted you to know that it hadn't gone unnoticed.
Oh, David, I would expect you to notice everything that goes on in this motel.
How right you are. Now, before we both overinflate with our recent cleverness, what about our new managing director?
Is it wise to appear too impatient, do you think?
Why not? If we're selling out, the least they could do is keep the appointment.
Very good of the hunters to let me use this as an office. I'll only be here for a couple of hours a day still. It's very generous of them.
Why don't you come and stay at Chimneys? There's bags of room.
Now, come on, Jill. Hardly the done thing, is it? Wife with 2 husbands. Wasn't there a film about that?
Oh, I don't want that coffee.
Bit edgy this afternoon.
What, do you blame me with all this takeover business?
I think you're going to have to get used to the idea, you know.
It's all very well for you. You're miles away. You haven't lived here for years. With me, it's different. I love this place. You know that. I can't just do a U-turn. Okay, maybe my feelings are silly, but they're still my feelings.
But the sooner you come to terms with the fact that this place belongs to someone else, the sooner you're going to settle down. You can't dodge the issue. You're going to have to face up to it.
It won't be the same.
Jill, if you carry on like this, you're going to make yourself ill. And I wouldn't... Well, I know that Adam wouldn't want that, so... Come on. Buck up. You'll see. Things will be fine.
Why does it have to be so drastic?
It won't be.
How can you be sure?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought David was in here.
No, no, not in here. I think last seen in the office.
Miranda, don't go if you can spare a moment.
I can spare 2 minutes, actually.
Ah, good. Well, Jill's just worrying about the changes of the motel and things. I was just wondering what you thought. What plans you have, if any?
Well, I've sold my tiny portion of the place. The company seem happy enough to keep us on. I enjoy my job here, so why not stay? Besides, I feel I belong here now.
And there you are. Now, I think that's a very positive decision.
Right, 2 minutes are up. Must go.
Ooh, the more I see of Miranda, the more I think that I'm a square peg trying to fit into a round hole. And I know it won't work.
That's very helpful, yes, thank you. Goodbye.
That difficult?
Blood out of a stone.
They're shy.
They're dipping their toes in. We've already gone off the high board.
Didn't they give anything away?
Basics. Our new managing director is a Mrs. Nicola Freeman, arriving from the States today. She'll be here tomorrow.
Well, that's a name, that's something.
Got the impression she's something of a VIP, those hushed, reverent tones.
The red carpet treatment.
Yeah, would you make sure the executive chalet's available?
It is, I've checked.
Champagne, flowers.
Yeah, I'll see to that myself and have a word with Paul.
Excellent.
No, it isn't.
What?
I've been wearing out the carpet waiting for you, David Hunt. Are you going to come into town or not? And if you're not, you might at least tell me.
Sorry. I'm right with you.
Yes, you said that 15 minutes ago.
David, tomorrow's schedule is very vague.
Don't worry. I'll be here to meet Mrs. Freeman. I'm very used to dealing with wealthy, demanding women.
Yes, of course you are. Anyway, who's Mrs. Freeman?
Excuse me. You haven't seen Adam?
He's in the office. Everything all right?
Yes, thanks. Oh, thanks for the loan of the sitting room.
Oh, don't mention it.
I only need it for the few hours. Meetings and such like.
Darling, we're ready to go.
Everything's under control.
Preparations for the new VIP.
Managing director.
Arriving tomorrow. That is Mrs. Freeman.
Obviously keeping everybody on their toes. Come on, sweetheart, we really must go.
Now would be a good time to catch Adam.
Thanks.
That will be excellent. Why don't we have a get-together and discuss investments? Come in. Sorry? Fine. Yes, all right, I'll do that. I'll give you a call then. Cheers. Bye-bye. Friendly bank manager.
I should think so.
A secure life, that's what it's all about.
Absolutely. It's just a pity that Jill isn't looking forward to it with quite the same gusto.
Jill?
Well, she's made all the right decisions, I feel. Should be just plain sailing from now on.
Well, we all know with Jill, nothing is plain sailing, no matter how simple it may appear.
She's very unhappy, I know that. You can sense it without talking to her.
You've talked to her?
Well, listening, really. She's absolutely miserable about the sale of the motel, her future, yours too, for that matter. I suppose she likes talking it over with me because I can stand back from it. I'm not involved with it all.
I do know this.
You know, once Jill gets over this, she'll be as right as rain. But seeing it through is going to be difficult. When we were getting our divorce and fighting over the custody of Sarah Jane, she was absolutely determined to win. It's only by refusing to drag Sarah Jane through the court that she agreed to let me have her. But I've often wondered since if she doesn't still feel that she could have won and regretted her decision. But she mustn't feel that about this case. She must be able to see that a clean break away from the ownership of the motel will be the best thing for both of you. It's just such a difficult patch that she's going through. And she needs a lot more help than I can give her.
I do know that.
Maybe the best thing would be to take her on holiday somewhere. Well, you know, just for a few days. You could calm her down and make her see sense.
Have you quite finished?
Yes.
Then why don't you mind your own business and leave me to do what is necessary for my wife?
Can I help you?
Oh, well, I don't know.
You're not lost, are you?
Oh, no, nothing like that. I've just been shopping. Or rather, I haven't.
You haven't been shopping.
How silly of me. No, that's what I told Vernon I'd go. He's my husband. I'm Mrs. Daintree.
Yes?
I don't seem to be making myself very clear.
No, I'm with you. You're Mrs. Daintree and you haven't been shopping.
Yes, that's why I'm here, to meet Vernon. But he doesn't know because I'm early. We've got this dinner date.
Oh, perhaps you'd like to take a seat over there. I'll get you tea or coffee.
Oh, no, thanks. I just couldn't cope with it.
Perhaps you prefer a drink.
Oh, no. I meant the shopping. Couldn't cope with all that pushing and shoving.
So you thought you'd wait here instead?
That's right. I'm at a bit of a loose end now. By the way, is your Mr. Chance around?
Yes, somewhere.
Perhaps I could have a word with him,
I'll see if I can find him.
if you don't mind. Just as I'm here.
Well, I suppose I better get back to work.
No, hang about, darling. Let's have a little discussion. How about a drink?
Yes, all right.
Gin tea?
Yes.
No, I've been thinking, Jill. It's the Hunters. They've really sort of set the ball rolling by getting their long holiday organised abroad.
Well, you wouldn't want to do that, would you?
Me? Oh, no, I'd hate it. It's turning your back on the rat race, isn't it?
Oh, yes, you wouldn't like that.
No, of course not. Neither would you, darling. We are workaholics, and we do love it. No, I've got another idea.
Yes, I'm listening.
It's the garage. We are now in a position to make an offer for the outstanding 50%.
You mean we'd own it?
Yes, lock, stock, and exhaust pipe. And it would give us a bigger stake at Crossroads.
They'd never agree to sell.
Oh, yes, they would. If you made it a condition of sale. I mean, either they part with half the garage, or you hang on to your 30%.
Anything else you're considering?
What, another condition of sale? Yes, that they have to guarantee us employment when the new director takes over.
Simple.
Very. You've got to use your shares, Jill, as a bargaining counter. I mean, either they agree to the deal, or the deal is off. Simple. Doesn't that make you feel better?
But they'd still move in, wouldn't they?
Oh, yes, but we can't prevent that, darling. But at least it gives us a sort of foot in the door.
Yes.
And you would make a capital gain, and we would be guaranteed employment.
Clever.
Well, you've got the best of both worlds, darling. So no more of this depression, huh?
One thing, though.
Hmm?
One small thing you've overlooked.
I thought I'd covered everything.
Oh, in spite of takeovers and everything, I still think of Crossroads as mine, and I always will.
Yes.
You don't really expect me to come back here and work for them, do you? In my motel? Oh, think again, Adam. I'd never do that. Never.
She said she was waiting for her husband, and were you around? Oh,
She's not very patient.
a little confused, perhaps. She was here. She looks settled in for the night.
Oh, it really is most inconsiderate of turning up so early.
She's your guest, Adam.
Yes, but she's my dinner guest. We're not eating for another hour. Am I supposed to drop all my business and entertain?
Oh, she's here.
Mrs. Daintree.
Mr. Chance.
And early, too. What an added delight.
I told your receptionist.
Yes, she did explain to me.
I'm sorry I took so long. I got sidetracked.
Oh, not to worry. I was just admiring your phlox.
My what?
In the garden. Such a pretty sight this time of year.
Why don't I take you through the bar and buy you a nice drink?
Oh, how nice.
Yeah, I think we're going to have to do something about Chalet 12. Look as if people have been throwing boiling water at the furniture.
That's the price you pay for having cattles in every room.
Yes, they're more trouble than they're worth sometimes.
You take them away, they start to complain.
You can't win, can you?
No,
Oh, hello, who have we here?
I'll let you find out.
Coward.
I am.
No, Mrs. Daintree.
Oh, Alice, please. I'm sure we're going to be the best of friends.
Alice, I would like you to meet Jill.
Oh, how do you do, dear?
I do too.
Do you work here too?
Well, yes, sort of.
Such excellent staff you have, Adam.
Yes, well,
That
actually,
receptionist, for instance, very courteous. Not very bright, though. I think she had a bit of difficulty in understanding me at first. But we've soon got over that. And you, dear, what do you do?
Well, I'm sort of part of the management. Well, I own the place, partly.
Oh, I see.
Jill is my wife, and this is a family business.
Is it? Very nice, too. You must both be very proud.
Yes, we are indeed, and we make an excellent team, don't we, darling?
Aren't you supposed to be buying Mrs. Daintree a drink or something?
Oh, yes, I'm so sorry.
Pink gin, please, Adam.
Mandy, a pink gin, please.
I was just admiring your gardens, Mrs. Chance. Such a clever layout. Wish I could get Vernon interested in our little plot of land.
Really?
I'm afraid that we're going to have to desert you.
So soon? What a pity.
Yes, duty calls, but nice to have met you.
And you. I shall just sit here quietly, Adam, and wait for you.
Splendid. I shall see you later.
Don't be long.
I suppose we could go to Norway or Denmark, that sort of direction.
Fine for the sunshine.
Oh, sometimes shines there. I'm only trying to be accommodating.
The food never appealed to me. All those open sandwiches.
Goodness, you must be used to it by now.
David, we've got a crisis on our hands.
What's
I must
that?
just go
Yes,
make a
well, I'll
phone
leave
call.
you to it.
No,
then.
Barbara, don't go. We might need your help.
What is it?
You remember I said we got the Daintrees coming here tonight for supper? Well, Mrs. Daintree has arrived.
Oh, very civil of her.
Yes, well, she needs entertaining.
Well, you invited her.
Yes, but not for 6 o'clock, David. Now, come on, give us a break. I've got to get washed and changed. Come and meet her and lighten the burden a bit.
If you insist.
Yes, well, you can count me out.
Oh, Barbara!
Well, I'm sure you fellas can cope on your own.
It's public relations, Barbara.
Well, do your duty then. I mean, should she ask, say I'm exhausted. I mean, anything convincing.
She won't ask. She's not interested in wives.
Mrs. Daintree,
Yes,
I understand you'll be dining with us tonight.
that's right.
Perhaps you'd like to look at the menu?
Oh, thank you. Such an interesting accent. Mr...
Paul Ross.
Let me guess, Mr. Ross. Viennese.
Uh-uh.
Hungarian? No, German.
Swiss.
Oh, how charming. Such a pretty country.
You've been there?
Once or twice, just passing through. I'm waiting on my husband, Mr. Ross, and I've been waiting for a very long time.
Oh, no.
Your Mr. Chance was here a few moments ago, but he seems to have disappeared. You see before you a deserted woman.
No, that's most unfortunate. Excuse me.
David. Alice, I'd like you to meet our general manager, David Hunter.
And I thought you'd all abandoned me.
Now, how could you possibly think that, Mrs. Daintree?
Mr. Hunter.
If I'd known you were at a loose end, I would have been here sooner.
Well, Mr. Ross was looking after me quite nicely. I do love continental accents. Sometimes I feel very lost in strange hotels, but this one is by far the most charming I've ever been in.
Evening.
Oh, there you are, Vernon.
Am I late?
No, you're right on time by my calculation.
Is he?
Hello, darling.
Oh?
Makes a lot of sense, your idea.
Been thinking it over?
Yes.
Any conclusions?
Yes. Yes, we must go ahead. I'll sell my remaining shares on condition that you have sole ownership of the garage and we both stay on at management level to look after the motel.
Wonderful.
Well, I mean, those terms aren't unreasonable to either side.
It'll work out. I promise you, it'll work out for both of us.
One small thing, though.
Yeah?
Well, Mrs. Freeman, our new managing director, she arrives tomorrow.
Yes?
Well, the whole thing really depends on whether we get on with her, doesn't it?